This certainly matters. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave which envelops the team. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing it...
Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Oh, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Hullet! Superb from Hullet!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. And this is Shevchenko. Brilliantly cut out. Conte. Picked out brilliant, takes a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Hakimi, and it's Azar. Looking to play him in. Can he get on the end of this? And he's straight offside. Now it's Shevchenko. Conte. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he welcomes it in. Shevchenko. Rudiger gets rid without sophistication. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. And that is a little undercooked. Arsenal are behind here despite their domination of possession. Now it's Puskás. Pirlo. Shevchenko. Hullet. Nice interception, well timed. Rijkaard. And he's being shifted off it. He won't be happy with that one. Turns back here, probably the best option. Shevchenko. Shevchenko ploughing through the mid. And the shot! No mistake! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Well, he pushed his luck to the very limit, and the refs just lost patience with him.
And the ball is out of play. Defending was strong and firm. Azar.
Milan couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Conte. That's Rijkaard. Now it's Puskas. Pele. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get it through? Rijkaard. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. And it's Shevchenko. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Puskas. Torres receives it in a good position here. He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Zanetti. Rice. Hazard. And it's Conte. And here's Torres.
Has been indicated.
Pirlo deals with that comfortably. Mbappe. Mbappe is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Zanetti gets a foot in here. And we hit half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Arsenal certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal.
And this
they
is
need
a
to
quick
keep
reminder
pushing,
to let you
keep
know that you'll
imposing.
be able to
Don't
catch
leave the
today's
door
match
open for the
broadcast
opposition.
live on our club's FM station.
Here we go again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Pirlo. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. And the pass is intercepted. Rice. To Hazard. And it's Zanetti. And it's Conte. Shevchenko. Now it's Hullet. That ball looks a good one. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Hazard. Puskas. Now he's got space here.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Rudiger kept his eye on it, and he's there. Rice. Hazard. Passes coming off in quick succession
The
here.
attendance for this match was 61,000.
Now, can they get him away? It's a pretty loose pass. Rice. Rijkaard. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Pirlo. Pele. That's a little off target. Rice. Puskas. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Fernando Torres. That's the keeper's ball. And now the breakaway. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Tries to play it through. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And that has put paid to that. Hullet. Arsenal can breathe again, just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That's a good ball. Mbappe! And that is doing no harm at all.
Mbappe really looks sharp out there. That first touch, sensation.
Hakimi, looking for the run. Shevchenko crosses it in. Header! Yes! And they are cruising away. It was a great header. The invitation was irresistible and the finish unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Substitution in progress.
A case now of complete control. Hakimi. Oh no, what has happened here? Oh, that's fabulous. Shevchenko. That is a brilliant interception. Can he finish? It's a loose ball. Not the most convincing of passes. Rijkaard. And this is Hazard. He's got away. Fernando Torres. Now, can he find a finish?
Arsenal seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Pops him off it and wins back the ball. Not the most accurate pass. Now it's Puskas. The final 5 minutes. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He is through here! Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Kante. Hazard.
That's going in strongly.
Great vision.
There will be 1 minute at a
Shevchenko
time.
has it out wide and in space. Nice looking ball. And he's intervened well there. And that's that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone.
And we come to you now with a quick
You look back on the game then, Jim.
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next
Hello,
2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like
today's
that.
match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks all game long, if he's allowed to, of course. But if he starts beating people and getting balls into the box consistently, I can only see one winner here.
And he does it with such an unassuming demeanour. He makes the ordinary look beautiful, doesn't he?
He does, absolutely. His game is just laced with moments of sheer brilliance.
And the pass is intercepted. Rijkaard. Puskos picked out brilliantly. And the finish! Superb goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Çalhanoğlu, and the counter is on. That has not gone well. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Cannavaro, and the return pass. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Azar. And here's Kante. Puskos. And he shoots! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Arsenal with the corner, they're first. And now they can spring out of defence. Out of play for a throw. Now it's Azar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Zanetti. Zanetti carries the ball down the right. Crosses it in. Good read, needed to be. Corner number 2 then. Climbs up big! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Chance for a shot! Zico plays it short. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. He is through here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Gabriel, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Aimed beyond the defence. Azar conjures time and space where few can. Seedorf. And here's Messi. Now it's Roberto Baggio. He's beaten the last man. Rudiger gets rid without sophistication. Rijkaard. Now it's Puskas. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. It's a threatening ball. Oh, no question, that's a foul. Some resolute defending there. Nicely weighted ball.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Oblak breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Arsenal are one up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Now, can they get him away? Pass is just off target. Hakimi. And that is out of play. Rudiger. 5 minutes till the break. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Looking for the run. Well timed, excellent interception. Rudiger. Makaleli. Hakimi. Can he get on the end of this? Conte. And it's Hakimi. Maradona hurtling down that right flank. And the referee's looking at his watch. We could be done here. Knocks it into space. Oh, well played. That's very neat. He's got away. That's tidy. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Arsenal go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
That's a corner kick. And that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
And we come to you now with a quick...
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Have a look at this. It is what you anticipate here these days in London North 7. An undulating red and white wave, an Arsenal wave, which envelops the team. There's the whistle.
I'll be accused of bias here, but I can't overlook the great professional that is Javier Zanetti.
What's that bias, Jim? He just has the lot. He has such class, doesn't he?
That's it, an oozer of class and an example to all aspiring footballers.
Italy with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Roberto Carlos goes short. Arsenal are looking to go forward now. That ball looks a good one. And that's a good ball. And a shot! It's there!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Number 9, Puskás. Puskás. Puskás.
Italy are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. That's going right the way across. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Spread out to the left. Looks to the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
He's got plenty of space out wide here. Raul. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Makaleli. For Conte. And it's De Bruyne. And the through ball. Mbappe!
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Played in by Roberto Carlos. Cleared without hesitation. And he's quick to get it clear again. And he's there to retrieve it. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Puskás. Davids concedes a free kick for that. Well, that pass isn't the best. This looks promising. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Can he get on the end of this? De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot. And it's lofted through here. That looks a good ball. Mbappe! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Rijkaard. Conte. Puskás. Good ball, good take. That's a good ball out wide. Neymar in acres of space out wide. De Bruyne. That is Conte. Raul. Collar! He has done it! Italy are back in business! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be. and where he
After
needed to put
33
himself.
minutes is number 17, Jan Kullen.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Oh, super find. And a chance! Goal, Italy! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Maldini, always a very imposing presence at the back. And it's Messi. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Puskas. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Puskas, and he welcomes it in. Neymar is firing after that one. And he skips past his man. Makaleli, a player who needs no introduction.
2 added minutes
And it's
has been
Zanetti.
indicated.
Now it's Puskas. He is just caressing the ball. And Puskas! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And the referee brings the first half to a close. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams
Quick
still
reminder
very
today,
much in
please
it.
have your entry tickets at
The
hand as
midway
it's time
point of
for
the game.
yesterday's
Well,
winning
give me a
lottery
moment to
numbers.
get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
So off we go once more.
Arsenal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Maldini calmly anticipates. Played through into space. Well, that's been cut out, well played. De Bruyne. Puskás does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Raúl. Davids is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Puskás. Koller. Now Davids. Messi. No, it's come to nothing. Rudiger. De Bruyne. And it's Rijkaard. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Still they trail, and time is ticking away. O'Shea. And it's Messi. And that is out of play. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then. How are you reading this formation, Jim Beglin?
Well, most teams that use this system, Peter, will work it in a way where, yes, they'll have a 4-5-1 shape off the ball and ideally a 4-3-3 shape on it. we often see that 4-1-4-1 shape too, and that has an obvious flexibility about it. It's a popular managerial selection because of that. It's just...
Goes for a shot! There it is! That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
So, a breakthrough already. Makaleli. And Upamecano. Hakimi. Ball played for Conte. In with the challenge. Yamal. Yamal has a look inside the box. Now it's Hazard. Rijkaard. Shifted it to the flank. He's found the way through. Delivers the ball. Hakimi can get it clear. Rijkaard. It's a pretty loose pass. It's Alonso! And that would have been some goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of positive thinking they need right now.
De Bruyne. Oh, it's Van Basten. Now, can they get him away?
That's just playing it safe and simple. Arsenal are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Makaleli, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Rijkaard. And it's De Bruyne. Conte. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking to play him in. Well timed, excellent interception. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Makaleli. Van Basten going about things with real menace. This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work? Van Basten! It's in! Arsenal are level. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Yamal going face-to-face with his great rival. De Bruyne. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Now it's Kante. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Over to the other side.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Yamal.
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
And he's gone searching crossfield. Now it's Hazard. Very nicely done. Chance, surely! Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Makaleli. De Bruyne. Kante, who's set up one goal so far. And Hakimi. And it's De Bruyne. Now it's Puskas. And he's being shifted off it. Hazard plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. De Bruyne has found the net here, of course. Hazard. Xavi Alonso. And Koundé. Koundé charging forward down that flank. Yamal. Puskas. Now it's Kante. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now he's off and running. Decent progress down the left. Tries to pass it through. De Bruyne. Conte.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And it's Conte. Now it's De Bruyne. And the whistle goes for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Arsenal will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remained calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. So we're into the second 45. And this is Van Basten. And that's going right the way across. Hazard going full tilt down the left. He's shifting through the gears here. That is a brilliant interception. That has not gone well. Chance for a shot! Conte. De Bruyne. And Hakimi. Makaleli. Rijkaard. Gets a good foot in there. Yamal. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Looking for the run, and this is Hazard. And he's there to retrieve it, and it's Rijkaard. Played out to the right. It's come through, and he's had a quick look inside. Oh, such a clever touch. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Conte. Hakimi. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And he's intervened well there. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Conte. Puskas. And it's Rijkaard. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, that's clever. Zanetti. Lovely feet. And that's played in low. And that has been clubbed away. And Makaleli. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Xavi Alonso. Yamal. And he was quick to react. Conte. Cannavaro. And it's Makaleli. Puskas. Oh, it's Rijkaard. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Can he get it through? De Bruyne gets into a good position. And De Bruyne! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Xavi Alonso does well. And the shot! Brilliant! About as smooth as it gets. Into the lead once more. He has given that the lot. Bang!
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out. Arsenal really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Rijkaard. And he's forced to go back. Yamal. Arsenal are in dire need of a breakthrough. Can they?
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
And here's Van Basten. And here's Yamal. Looking for options for movement. And it's Xavi Alonso. And here's Van Basten. Hakimi.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And they're not going to make any further progress now. Azar. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won, ultimately decided by just the odd goal. It is amazing what fate can conjure at times. A combination of results that have ensured a desperate scramble for survival. This will be unmissable stuff. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Arsenal cannot consider the option of defeat. It's not a question of want, but must. And he's picked it up out wide.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
Well, of course, Italy has always been the place to be when it comes to defensive maestros, and here is a prime example. So how highly do you rate this fella, Alessandro Nesta?
Well, he's without doubt one of the very best they've produced. He's been mature well beyond his years since those younger days, blending power, speed, technique.
Just the keeper to beat! And the shot! Goal!
What a super start! A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Yeah, that's exactly what they required, but they need to be careful now. That goal could serve as a wake-up goal for the hosts.
And this is Kante. He's found chance for a shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Kante clearly is very disappointed, but at least his boss is applauding him for his efforts. That's the kind of attacking endeavour they need.
Rodri. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Looking tidy in possession here. Cruyff. Messi. Zico. Zico will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Messi. Upamecano. Barcelona have got it back and they'll have another go. Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Rijkaard. Puskas. Barcelona looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Rodri is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's Zico. That is lovely. Just eases him off the ball. Little doubt, that is a foul. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Now it's Messi. Raul. Puskas pinches it off him. And this is Luis Suarez. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Shot at goal! He's done very well to get to that.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Now it's Rodri. And here's Zico. He's had a shot! Oh, nice just not quite.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Hakimi, looking for options for movement. Now it's Kante. Good take, and is he in? And it's been given away. Whistle's gone, that's foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Mbappe, ready to try one. Chooses to go back. Mbappe!
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Well read, nice interception. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Kante. He's picked his way through. Bullish header! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And that should get the job done. And it's Zanetti. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. And the shot! Danger averted for now. Rodri conjures time and space where few can. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nesta.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
Great defending, strong and determined. Conte. Now that's well seen too. Oh, there's a probing ball. Passes coming off in quick succession here. And there's the end of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Arsenal leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. That gets things going for the second half.
Arsenal definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Conte. Luis Suarez. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Raul did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Upamecano. And it's Cannavaro. Zanetti, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. Upamecano. Rijkaard. Tries to pass it through. Puskás. Puskás proves just a little bit too strong. And here's Mbappe. And he's being shifted off it. Messi. Can he get it through? That is a... It's Luis Suarez! Sensational from Suarez! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
What are you thinking about the goal?
Yeah, and anything that's hit low with real pace like that makes it so much harder for the keeper, and he was never going to get to that.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And the ball is out of play.
We're in for an intriguing second half now, contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Conte.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Raul looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Looking for a runner. Oh, delightful. Mbappe! He tried the chip, but it wasn't his best.
Well, it was probably, for him, the best option, but then again, I'm not the best judge of that.
Well, what about it? Arsenal certainly weren't expecting this. Hakimi. Zico. Raul. Nicely shaped ball. That's good vision. That's a decent clearance. And that's put paid to a promising move. And that was nowhere near his best. Upamecano. Hakimi. Conte. Cruyff. Looking to be a menace in the final third. And it's Zico. Now it's Messi. Now it's Luis Suarez. Big chance! Goal! Barcelona! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Barcelona get themselves in chance, surely! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Makaleli. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rijkaard. It's a searching pass. Still trailing here in this fight for their lives. A hint of desperation about it now, Jim.
A growing feeling of frustration here now, Peter, and time for the big characters to step up and be counted.
Ah, such a clever touch. Picked out brilliant. It's Zico! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great industry from the front line there. A lot of chasing, a lot of pressure, and they forced the error. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Seedorf.
Habrá 2 minutos de
And it's
descuento.
Cruyff. Rodri. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. It's Roberto Carlos. That has been cut short. And that will be the final act. Arsenal found it all too much in the end. They came into the day with one mission. It's a mission they could not fulfil. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Arsenal certainly will have plenty to regret about this term. In the end, they simply weren't good enough, Peter, to stay up, and defeat here only compounds that. Of course, now their focus has to be on regrouping and trying to come straight back up again.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening.